in this message templates. Now we have to fill this message templates. On the right side, can you click on message templates please? Yeah. Can you type anything here in inbound message template? I think you're allowed to type no. I'm not able to control, so I'm going to go back to annotations. Here can you type anything? Yeah, okay. You're able to do it right in the chat message. No, I've sent you 2 messages. In Zoom chat. Take the first message and copy-paste it here. Yes. Fantastic. And then the second message over here. Now, what this is saying is that my inbound message is going to look like this, but whereas outbound message is going to look like this. If you see here, the inbound message has all the 4 segments. Okay, but outbound has only 2. Why? Because outbound is we are returning a positive or a negative acknowledgement. Okay. Now let me try to explain the code. So the first 10 lines of code. I have put good amount of comments on this, which will basically help us to understand the entire code. What are the first 10 lines? We know that var means it is just a simple variable. Right, which is going to store some kind of data. We are going to say whether variable is the message. Valid is equals to true. So this is a Boolean expression. And I am keeping a variable saying that error message is blank. And variable response status code is 200. This response status code is basically, this is part of HTTP. So in HTTP, if it is valid, you should return 200. If it is invalid, you should return the 400 series. First thing, what we are doing over here is this portion of the code. Okay. If measurements ms length is greater than 0, let's just take only this portion. What does this portion say? That. Does this have measurement? If measurement is there, then its length is going to be greater than 0. Similarly, this n double ampersand means an n segment is the length of n segment greater than 0. And length of pit segment should be greater than 0. And length of PV1 is greater than 0. Only if this is true, do the following. Otherwise, where is the code going to go? It is going to go all the way below. Else. So I have mentioned over here this will get executed in case of MSG. Executed in case any of the required segments are missing. So what are we doing over here? Is the message valid is equal to false? Is an unknown equals to true? Error message. It says that required segment is missing. MSGVDP1 are required. And here look at this response. Status code is 401. Now, after that, what are we doing? We are population the segments. This is these segments we are population. So we are saying that MSG3 is lab. If the source message is not known, we are going to set it to unknown. Otherwise, we are going to set it to whatever was the value of MSG3 of the original message. So this would be an example of an MSG3. So this is 1. This is to reg. So reg would be set to here. And next is we are going to set the MSH segment for response. So in the 7th component we are going to say, get me the current date and time. And here we are going to say, 9.1 is at. And 9.2 is whatever. The original 9.1 is there. That is going to come. And here 10. 10th, I have to send some unique number, so I'm going to use getU ID. And this is we are saying T. This should actually be free production. Okay, it really does not matter. And here you can. We are saying that this is 2.3. This, we have to make it to 2.5. Okay, and next look at this. If the message is valid, then MSA1 becomes AA. Nothing else, that is only a means application except else. We are saying AE. And we are saying AE means application error has errored out. And we are saying it is error dot because of this particular message. This is error message. So if any of the segments is missing, then what is the message that we get? We get the message that error message will contain this, okay. Now, this is very important. We are going to say channel map put, is message valid? Whatever is the value. Whatever is the error message. Also, we are going to put it into channel map so that it can be used in further destinations or it could be used elsewhere. And the final one is channel map dot put response status code. Now by doing so, what happens is if you go into the next response, you will see that is message valid error message response status code. Everything is available for us to do information. I'll come back to explaining the remaining part of the validate message. Let's finish the settings in case of is valid message. So this destination should execute only when is message valid is equal to true. So if it is invalid, is message valid should be false. In your case, I think so you have interchange, that's no problem. Here, you can see that there is a filter. So when we click on Edit Filter, we have written a rule saying that accept this message. If is message valid equals to true. Similarly in the next one, we have written a filter. Accept this message. If is message valid equals to false. So, by doing this, what is going to happen? These two destinations, these two file writings is going to happen based on a condition. Going back to validate message. Let us look at a few examples. Let us look at this piece of code. So here we are saying, if all the segments are available, let us start validating. Field by field, or component by component. MSH3 sending application should not be empty. Now, how do I know about all of these things? This is message. This is specified over here. Let me remove this. Sending application is required.